There's an old story, half myth, half memory, about a book nobody alive could have written. People say that way back, before we forgot who we were, an archangel named Raziel, his name means secret of God, stood right next to the Eternal's throne. From there, Raziel wrote down the secret codes that shape everything, how spirit and matter connect, onto glowing sapphire tablets. This is the Book of Raziel. It's not just some dusty relic, it's the original forbidden book, the Angelic Grimoire. Tradition says Raziel gave it to Adam, then hid it away, because its power was just too much for people who still didn't know what to do with their own free will. The whole idea is that reality runs on a kind of divine technology, rules for creating, that were locked up, not just to protect us, but maybe to keep the universe itself safe. When you think about the Book of Raziel, you start to wonder, why would angels hide anything from humans? It's not about punishment or control. It's more like a master locksmith refusing to hand over the keys to something dangerous until you're old enough to handle it. The book doesn't just hold information, it changes you. It's supposed to contain God's true names, maps of the heavens, star secrets, and the blueprints for turning possibility into reality. That kind of power, if misused, could easily tear everything apart. So hiding the book wasn't censorship. It was the universe teaching us, waiting for us to grow up and earn the right to use it wisely. Now here we are, at a time when those old veils are starting to lift. The big question is, are we finally ready? The legend of Raziel's book isn't about finding some ancient artifact buried in stone. It's a symbol, waiting for someone awake enough to recognize it inside themselves. It stands for all the spiritual laws and cosmic truths that, as a species, we're just beginning to remember. Exploring this isn't just a lesson in old stories. It's a journey into your own hidden potential. When you take the idea of the Book of Raziel seriously, you're saying you're ready to peek behind the curtain and understand how thought, word, and energy come together to shape your life. So this is where we start. We're going to unpack the heart of this angelic book, dig into the symbols that bring it to life, and most importantly, see how its wisdom can actually change the way you live and grow. The book was never meant to stay lost forever. It's been waiting, held in trust, until someone like you, driven by real curiosity and intuition, reached for its keys. And that time is now. The seeker is you. All it takes to begin is your honest desire to know not just the secrets of angels, but the truth of your own divine birthright. The first thing that jumps out from the legend of Raziel's book is this wild idea of a divine language, a way of communicating that isn't about spoken words, but about living frequencies. You don't say it with your mouth, you feel it with your soul. In this system, sacred geometry, true names, and certain vibrations make up the fabric of reality itself. People say the book holds God's true names, but these aren't just fancy titles. They're more like keys, resonant codes that open up new states of mind and tap into creative energy. When you know the true name of something, you don't just label it. You get its purpose, its origin, and you gain the power to bring it fully into alignment. This isn't just some mystical theory. It points to reality being a tangled web of sound and symbol, and learning this language is how you go from simply riding along in the universe to actually shaping it. Tied right into this is the idea of celestial architecture, the blueprint behind everything we see and don't see. The Book of Raziel isn't some star map for astronomers. It's more like a chart of spiritual dimensions, and the roots our consciousness can travel between them. This structure runs on unbreakable laws, the same ones mystics saw in the Principles of Hermes or the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. These aren't just random rules from some far-off deity, they're the underlying code of a thinking universe. They show how raw energy takes shape and how a soul can journey back from form to formlessness. If you get this architecture, you finally see the reason behind the mechanics of creation. You start to trace how an idea travels. First, it's just a pure archetype, then thought, then something more emotional or astral, and finally, it becomes real in the material world. Then there's the theme nobody can ignore, forbidden power, and the heavy weight that comes with it. According to the stories, the book was hidden away, because it gives you abilities that could tear reality apart if you're not ready. This isn't just a cautionary tale. It hits on a real spiritual truth. Big knowledge comes with big responsibility. The universe doesn't hand over the tools to reshape existence until you've let go of the urge to control or serve your ego. Hiding the knowledge isn't just a safety measure, it's actually a kind of grace. You only get the keys once you've proven you're not going to misuse them. The real test isn't how much power you can wield, but whether you're seeking to work with the divine, not just bend the world to your will. True power isn't about forcing reality. It's about becoming clear enough inside that reality's highest potential can flow through you. And underneath everything is the idea of direct revelation. The Book of Raziel didn't come through years of study or slow discovery. It was handed down in one shot, a full transmission from something higher. That changes the whole way you think about knowledge. It's not something you build from scratch. It's something you receive. The deepest truths aren't just clever inventions. They're already out there, waiting to be found, and you can actually tune into them. This flips the search for wisdom on its head. Instead of looking outside yourself for answers, you tune in and listen. In that sense, the book is a symbol for the Akashic records, or the higher mind. And Raziel isn't just some angel out there in the clouds. Raziel is the part of you that's always connected to the source, just waiting to show you what's possible if you're open and willing to listen. There's this old story that floats around about the Book of Raziel, the one with the crystal lake and the reflection. Picture a lake high up in the mountains, its surface perfectly still, so clear it mirrors every star in the night sky. That lake stands for human consciousness when it's calm and open. No noise, no clutter. The stars above? Those are the divine laws, the cosmic patterns the Book of Raziel talks about. But most of us don't see that perfect reflection. Our thoughts, worries, and cravings stir up the surface, breaking up the image until it's just a mess. The book isn't hidden because someone locked it away. It's hidden because our minds are too restless to catch its light. The knowledge was always shining down, just waiting for us to be still enough to see it. So the first lesson is really about inner work, quieting yourself, so those cosmic secrets can finally show up in your life. Then there's the tale of the two gardeners and the seed of fire. The first gardener gets this glowing seed, something truly special. He's so desperate for it to grow that he keeps digging it up, checking the roots, fussing over the soil, even tugging at the sprout, hoping to hurry things along. In the end, all his meddling just kills the seed's spark. The second gardener, he plants the same seed, gives it good soil, water, sunlight, and then he just waits. He trusts the process, lets the seed do its thing. Eventually, that patience pays off, and the seed grows into a tree that burns with living flame. The Book of Raziel is that seed. Try to force it, and you kill what makes it powerful. But if you let it take root in your soul and give it time, it grows into something magnificent on its own terms. There's a third story too, a stranger one, the Veil of Letters. Supposedly, the real secrets in the grimoire aren't written in any language you can just read with your eyes. They're written in light, meant to be absorbed by the soul itself. Someone might spend years studying old scrolls and cracking codes, piling up facts and theories, but never actually read the true book. Why? Because the book reveals itself through how you live, not what you know. Show compassion, and you unlock a piece of the law of unity. Create real beauty, and you uncover a line about harmony. It's not about finding some hidden object, but about letting the wisdom live and breathe through your actions and who you become. In the end, the real key isn't a thing at all. It's the quality of your character, the tone your life gives off. And then there's the Symphony of Genesis. The universe isn't just a big machine grinding away in silence. It's music, a living symphony, and the Book of Raziel holds the score. Every note, every rhythm, every harmony that spins galaxies and calls life into being, it's all there. But most of us, we only catch a few muffled notes from the back row. Maybe we hear a melody and call it physics, or a rhythm and call it the cycle of seasons. The book invites you to step forward, to really listen, maybe even stand at the conductor's podium. It's not about inventing a new song. It's about learning the tune that's been playing all along and finding your place in it. When you do that, your life stops being just background noise and becomes part of the cosmic music itself. Let's start with something simple. Your voice. Not just the sound, but the intention behind every word you say. This ancient wisdom isn't locked away in some dusty book. It's right there, in your daily conversations. Every time you speak, you're shaping your reality. So instead of just repeating positive affirmations, try tuning into what you really mean before you open your mouth. Ask yourself, are these words building harmony or just adding to the noise? When you get intentional like this, even a casual chat turns into something powerful, a kind of living spell book. A complaint just keeps problems alive. A blessing, though, actually helps set things right. This isn't just mystical talk. It's how consciousness works. Every word becomes a small act of creation. Now let's talk about your space. Celestial architecture isn't just about stars and planets. It's about the life you build every day. Your routines, your home, your relationships, they're all blueprints for your own little universe. Think of your home as a temple, not just a shelter. If your space is a mess, your mind probably feels the same way, and it gets harder to notice any subtle hints or guidance coming your way. So clean up. Set up little rituals for your mornings and nights. Be picky about what you let into your day, news, people, even the stuff on your shelves. You're not just getting organized, you're building a personal stronghold, a place where you can actually feel those higher energies you read about. The grand ideas of the cosmos start to feel real and solid, right there in your living room. Forbidden power sounds dramatic, but it's really about how you use your everyday influence. Even if you don't think you have much, you affect people all the time. How they feel, what happens next, even the mood in the room. The challenge isn't bending the universe to your will. It's handling the tiny bits of power you already have, and doing it well. Forgive when you could hold a grudge. Stay calm when someone tries to push your buttons. Each time you do, you pass a kind of test. Bit by bit, the universe shows you more, trusting that you'll use what you learn for good, not just for yourself. Your life becomes the real test, and every conversation or choice is a page in your own sacred story. And then there's direct revelation. Getting guidance doesn't mean hunting for some lost book. It's about listening, really listening to yourself. Try this. Every day, find a quiet moment and ask a real question, something that matters to you. Don't demand an instant answer. Just carry the question with you. Stay open. The answer might come as a sudden idea during a walk, a line in a book you just pick up, or even something a stranger says in passing. Over time, this practice shifts you from being someone who's always looking for answers outside to someone who's part of a living conversation with the universe. Your life becomes the book, and every day a new page unfolds. We've come a long way, from the sapphire tablets of the celestial archangel to the quiet corners of your own awareness. This path isn't about chasing after some lost wisdom. It's more like waking up to something that's always been there, just waiting for the right moment. The story of the Book of Raziel isn't just ancient legend. It's a mirror, showing you the real potential inside yourself. It's a reminder that you're not separate from the universe's mysteries. You're right in the middle of them, shaping and being shaped by everything around you. The real grimoire isn't stashed away in some stone vault. It's woven right into your consciousness, tucked into the rules that turn energy into matter and imagination into reality. Chasing after it is really just a journey to find yourself again, to remember you have the power to read the sacred patterns of life and to add your own verse to the story. This journey strips away the old idea that the spiritual and the everyday are separate. The divine language, That's your own voice. The architecture of angels, it's the shape of your daily routine. Forbidden power, that's just the responsibility you carry in every choice you make. Revelation isn't some thunderbolt from above. It's that quiet nudge of intuition you learn to trust. There's no wall between mystical and mundane. Your day-to-day life is the mystical, just dressed in ordinary clothes. Your life is the real Book of Raziel, and you're both reading and writing it as you go. Every time you choose love over fear, order over chaos, courage over comfort, you're decoding another piece of that sacred script. You're raising your own frequency, and with it, the universe starts to reveal its deeper secrets. Now's the time to live this knowledge, not just seek it. The universe isn't waiting for you to find a book, it's waiting for you to become one. Let your actions be the story, your integrity the binding, your heart the wisdom that shines through. Raziel isn't standing at some distant gate. He's right there at the edge of your own perception, ready to share, not withhold. The only thing missing is your choice to live what you already know deep down. The truth is, this grimoire was always meant for you, and the key has always been your willingness to remember who you are. So step up, not as someone searching, but as a living revelation. Write your next chapter in the light of that knowing. If this journey into the heart of the celestial mysteries has illuminated a forgotten truth within you, then we invite you to become a guardian of this flame. Please help our channel grow and spread this light by liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications. Your signal helps us guide other seekers to this sacred knowledge. Let the symphony of our growing community resonate across the digital realms. Share which hidden grimoire or lost teaching we should decode together next in the comments below. Remember, the greatest secrets are not meant to be found alone, but remembered together. Thank you for watching.